Today's toy spot is on the Sota Toys Now Playing Presents Series 2. We're looking today at the Jeepers Creepers 2 Creeper. I've been wanting to get a Creeper for a very long time. Love Jeepers Creepers 1. Jeepers Creepers 2 actually wasn't too bad as well. I know a lot of people hated that movie, but Jeepers Creepers 2 was pretty good. Now with talks that Jeepers Creepers 3 is in the works, and I think from what I've heard, it's a continuation from part 2. Is that really what we're going to continue doing for all the Jeepers Creepers movies? I know he only eats, every 23 days, every 23 years. That I guess to do a future version is probably going to be a little off, but I don't know, to do a sequel where it's just like, oh, it's the same night, it's the same night. We're now into Jeepers Creepers 12, and it's the same night. It's the same night. It might start getting tiresome, but really love the look of the Creeper. It's a very different looking villain, if you want to call it that. A very different villain than what we would normally get with the horror movie icons. But this comes to us from Jeepers Creepers 2 and Sota Toys. On the back of the package, there is no read-up, unfortunately. But figures that make up this set, there's the Killer Clowns from Outer Space that had a repaint from the Tower Records blue repaint. There was also the Jeepers Creepers 2 Creeper, as well as the Mummy Returns, I believe that's Inotep. There is also a Series 3 coming fall of 05. There's the Dune Legend Dog Soldiers and Thing box set. For more information, you can check out www.sotatoys.com. But it's a shame really that Sota Toys doesn't do more of these, and I don't know, I guess they've stopped putting out the Now Playing Presents line. But been very looking forward to getting a Creeper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this opened up. We're going to have ourselves a better look at the Creeper. There's more on the way, guys. Stay tuned. And we pretty much have pieces everywhere. Let's go through these one at a time, shall we? First of all, the Creeper comes with a very, very nice display stand. You got the side of the road going on there, the muddy ground, and then we've got a couple of fence posts with the metal linked fencing connecting the two there. I really like that. He also does come with a bird. The paint on the bird, I don't know, it's a little questionable. They could, I think, done without that purple blue paint on there. It's just kind of splotched everywhere here on the tail, on the wings there as well. But great sculpt though on the bird. I like the sculpt there. Very neat. The bird has a peg on the undersiding of his feet. And where can you put the bird? Well, there's a peg right at the top of one of the posts here. And we'll just line it up here. Snap it into place, and you've got yourself the bird on top of the display stand. And I think that looks really, really nice. Sota Toys, really, when it comes to the Now Playing figures, their display stands have always been as equally cool as the figures themselves. Other accessories, before we actually look at the Creeper, he does come with his axe. And the paint on the axe is very nice. Maybe not as good on the bird, but definitely makes up for it in the axe. You've got that metallic, kind of used, kind of worn away metal there. He's been hacking something with it, let me tell you. Other accessories he comes with is his throwing star. He used more weapons in the second movie than he did in the first. And there's not a lot of detailing In the movie, though, he makes it out of parts and stuff like that. They I think, find a tooth or something like that in one of them. I should really watch Jeepers Creepers 2 again. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen the movie, but do give it a chance, because I find the second one was really good, especially near the end. Again, I won't get into it, but it's really a climactic ending, and I thought that was done really well. This guy's Ninja Star. He's also got a knife, like a dagger. And again, they make use of the idea that the Creeper makes all his weapons out of body pieces and parts and stuff like that. Why don't we show the whole part there, Spot? There we go. And Creeper also does come with an alternate hand. He also does come with an alternate head. We'll get into that in a second. Let's actually look at the Creeper himself first. And love it. He's just an awesome, awesome figure. Let's move the camera up now, shall we? First of all, the face. The face is that iconic kind of aged old man look that he had. It's really going to be hard to do this review without spoilers, so I'm throwing it out here now that I might throw out the odd spoiler here and there. So if you haven't seen Jeepers Creepers, first of all, you really should. Jeepers Creepers just is one of those movies where it's nothing like what you've seen before in the way of a horror movie, and it's really, really done well. Jason Long, I think, is then the first one. He's got his tuft of hair there. He's got this really long trench coat going on there, really aged and weathered. I mean, even his pants and his boots and everything else are muddy and just full of blood, debris, dirt. You can see where he's just been walking through like a muddy surface, and he's got all the splashes all over his pant leg there. Torn, ripped pants, just done perfectly. He's also got himself the ripped top going on there as well. Now the alternate hand, I don't really understand why he needed an alternate hand, because if you look at the hand and you look at this other hand, I guess one is to hold the axe. We'll put that in his hand right now, like so. It does look like, I guess, the other hand is a little more narrow, that you could have him holding the dagger with it. The other hand is just completely open, and there is no alternate hand for that. But you can get that really, lunging towards you kind of gesture. Just a great, great figure. Just love it. Now his hat is removable. He's got this really old kind of farmer's hat. You can take it off, and underneath you've got the very creepy, very original design of the Creeper. Now this is where some spoilers will start popping up in this review. He's got the kind of the talon claws there at the side of his face here, where in the movie would fan out when he's basically more in his gargoyle state. This whole area fans out. It can't do anything on the figure, but just a great sculpt on the face. He's got that little bit of hair going on in the back there. Really, really nice. He does have an alternate head as well, which is this one right here. Now this is more for, this is basically taken right from Jeepers Creepers 2. This one alternate head. Let's see if I can actually take the head off successfully without breaking anything. And get this in place. I always find the pegged heads, or the alternate heads on the Now Playing Presents, really, really stiff, hard to get on there. we go. Not the easiest, mind you. The alternate head, I don't have the head on all the way, but it's fine. The alternate head has the rod going through the side of the face. The scene where he's on top of the bus and the girl takes the rod from inside the bus and shoves it through the roof and goes right through him. The part of the, now this is the cool part, and again there's some spoilers here. The head, as you remember in the movie, when he gets the rod put through, he kind of rocks it back and forth, and then he finally just grabs it and starts pulling it and yanking it until finally he rips the one side of his face off. And very similar to the movie, you can't rock it back and forth, but you can take the rod and rip it right off. And you get a very disturbingly creepy, first of all, piece of his face, and then you've got the ripped out side of his head. And that looks awesome. That definitely looks awesome. It's a matter of preference, really, which head you prefer. While I do like the notion that that Sota Toys made an alternate head that could do this, I think ultimately I'm going to probably keep the original head as the main head for this figure, which apparently the head is a lot easier to put back on as opposed to the other one. And we'll put on his head his hat as well. In the way of Creeper's articulation, now this is where unfortunately the figure suffers a bit. He has a standard ball-jointed head, so you can move the head left and right, up and down. You can kind of have it sitting low, so you can't really see his eyes, like in some scenes from the movie. He's got what looks to be, I'm trying to see here, what looks to be just a swivel in the arm, but it's so stiff on this figure. There we go. You can also move the arm out. He's got a rotation in the arm, in the forearm, a rotation in the hand. Would be the same on this one as well. Rotation in the forearm. He's got a swivel in the waist. He also has swivel in his boots. That's it. That's all you're going to get. We'll take the Creeper and we'll put him in on the display stand here. Kind of have to get it around this one plant here that kind of wants to be in the way. Let's see here. Yes, no, yes, no. Help me out, no? Anybody? There we go. A very, very nice looking figure. There's a lot to be said for it. It's just really a shame that this is the only Creeper figure that they've released. I would love to see NECA, no pun intended, take a stab at making this figure. I think a couple of different Creeper figures really would have made a very nice looking display. Even if they had made at some point the Creeper hanging from the Scarecrow stand would be very cool. And of course the final ultimate reveal, if they had made a Creeper with the wings and the fanned out face, I think would have been very, very cool indeed. Articulation is a little weak. Again, you've got this suffering pre-sculpted pose, but still a very, very cool figure. Tons of accessories and a very cool alternate head make this Creeper a must pick up. If I'm going to give this guy a rating, he's going to get an 8.5. Worth picking up and worth adding to your collection. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the Sota Toys Now Playing presents Creeper from Jeepers Creepers 2. I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more Toy Spots to come, and I will see you guys next time.